So Dave Cullen, aka Computing Forever, is at it again. Basically lying to you by trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Sorry Dave, but you're an absolute tit. So what's the problem I have with Dave and his video of license to stream? Well, let's put it this way. Basically, the German version of Ofcom has basically said, okay, media, TV and radio companies are introducing basically radio-like services and TV services, and instead of paying for a license, they are branding them as streaming services, thus circumventing the regulation that their version of Ofcom would have over them. Now the problem is that these are streaming services, and as David says from the actual article he is reading from, you know, Twitch and people on there are using it as a radio service. You can go on and you can see clearly for yourself there are people branding themselves as a radio station. You brand yourself as a radio station, you are a radio station. That's how it works. I'm sorry. You can't go, I'm a streamer. No, I'm really a radio show. You can't do that. You are one thing or the other. And people, and this is a problem. Now, what they are doing is they are changing the rules and system of regulations. And even the guy in charge said, okay, we're changing these regulations and we're going to have to look and change it. They're not going to just suddenly say, oh, we now have to have a license for every single streamer. They have not said that. But you go on to imply, for some bizarre reason, that's what they're going to do. You've got no proof, David. You've got no proof, you conspiracy tard. You will go through and just spout off your conspiracy theory with no proof of that's what they're doing. They've even said they're going to look and change the rules because it doesn't apply for a lot of these Twitch streamers. And yet you'd make this mountain out of a molehill. And yet, David, I've got a shock for you. I don't know. I can tell you're Irish, but I don't know where you are in the Republic or in the North. But David, if you live in the UK, there is already a on-demand streaming service out there. It's called ATVOD, and you come under their purview because you are charging through Patreon for your content. Now, you don't have to have a license, that's fine, but if you do something wrong, say like you promise something, say like a video, and you don't deliver, then that person can report you to ATVOD, at which point ATVOD will step in and go, okay, you charged a person this much to do a video on a topic, but you haven't delivered in the time frame. We're going to have to regulate you, or in case fine you, because you've broken ATVOD's contract. So, David, while you complain about Germany are in the middle of, changing rules, making a mountain out of a molehill, because, by the way, this isn't news, and David will brand himself, oh, I'm a news channel. While this might be news, this isn't real news. You are trying to convince people that they are somehow about to lose their free speech when you have no evidence that this is what they are going to do. And you brand yourself as news, David. You are a tit of the highest order. I haven't seen this kind of hyperbole since Alex Jones. And this is, I think, what you're trying to do, is trying to muscle in on Paul Joseph Watson and Jones's audience. Trying to muscle in on their conspiracy side. And I'm just like, what? What? And you brand yourself, I cannot believe you branded yourself as news, because you aren't. You really aren't, David. News would actually be maybe sending an email to Luftstatten Media and asking them what they intend to do. Getting more information. And then taking that information and broadcasting it to the masses. That's what a real journalist should be doing, David. Not trying to, well, fearmonger people into thinking that they're about to be suddenly deemed, have a €10,000 license put on them. That's not what is happening. And it's not going to happen because the rules are going to change just as they've said. So I hope, David, that you will be releasing a video updating people on this, or even retracting the statements that you made. But I doubt you will, because you are not news. You are, at this point, a rabid conspiracy theorist barking at, you're about to lose. You're no different from Alex Jones when he says that 1776 will commence again, except you're saying that we're about to lose free speech. You've got no evidence to support that, David.